What's going on, YouTube? I welcome you to It's Wild Out Here, the channel bringing you the wildest stories from around the world. And today ain't no different. So hit that like and subscribe button because it's wild out here. And I'm going to tell you all about it. Today's story comes from Virginia. A Virginia teacher gets shot in the chest by a 6-year-old boy and is now filing a $40 million lawsuit against the school district. The Virginia teacher who was shot in her classroom by a 6-year-old boy has filed a $40 million lawsuit against the school, claiming administrators knew how dangerous he was but did nothing to protect her from him. Abigail Zwerner, 25, was shot by the 6-year-old boy on January 6 at Richneck Elementary Public School in Newport, Virginia. 2 days earlier, the same boy had smashed her phone and called her a bitch. He was so troublesome that he'd been removed from the school a year earlier after trying to choke a different teacher and was supposed to be chaperoned by a parent every day. On January 6, he was dropped off at the school by his mother. He told other children that morning that he had a firearm in his backpack, and staff was also told about it. Rather than remove him from many classes, the school's administrators allowed him to be around other children and teachers. They checked his backpack for a weapon, but he had already removed it and put it in his sweatshirt. The vice principal then forbade any teachers from searching the boy. At 1:59 p.m., he pulled out the gun from his sweater and shot Zwerner in the chest. The bullet hit one of her hands first, which she said saved her life. Now she is suing the school for not doing more to protect her and others from the child. The 20-page lawsuit describes the boy's past behavior in disturbing detail. It also claims that his parents would not allow him to attend classes with other special needs kids, despite claiming in the immediate aftermath of the shooting that he has an acute disability. The boy had been removed from school during the 2021-2022 school year when he was in kindergarten after he strangled and choked the teacher. Also during the 2021-2022 school year, a female child had fallen on the playground, and the boy came up to her, pulled her dress up, and began to touch the child inappropriately until reprimanded by a teacher. The lawsuit alleges that after he returned to school, he continued posing a threat and had been caught chasing students around the playground with a belt in the effort to whoop them. He had also been cursing at staff and teachers. 2 days before the shooting, he grabbed Zwerner's cell phone and refused to give it back. He then slammed the cell phone on the ground so hard that it cracked and shattered. She called security and took him to see the lead teacher, but security never came. The child then called both female teachers bitches. He was suspended for a day but returned to school on January 6, the day of the shooting. Between 11:15 a.m. and 11:30 a.m., she complained to the assistant principal, Dr. Ebony Parker, that he seemed to be in a violent mood that day and had been threatening to beat up another child. The assistant principal, however, did nothing. The same assistant principal had a reputation for never disciplining kids, and instead rewarded any who came to them with candy. At 11:45 a.m., 2 students told a different teacher that the boy had a gun in his backpack. That teacher approached him and asked him if he had a weapon, but he lied. He then refused to give her his bag to check. The child was then seen removing something from the bag and placing it in his sweatshirt pocket. When that was reported to the same assistant principal, they said his pockets were too small to hold a handgun. At around 1:10 p.m., still concerned that he had the gun on his person, teachers asked for permission to search the boy, but the same assistant principal forbade them from doing so. Less than a half hour later, he pulled it out his sweatshirt and shot Zwerner as she read at her desk in front of other terrified students. The assistant principal resigned earlier this year. The school's principal, Brianna Newton, remains employed by the school district. School district superintendent Dr. George Parker III is also fired after the shooting. It's unclear if he and assistant principal Dr. Ebony Parker are related. This is a wild story, y'all. Let us know what y'all think about this student in the comments. And like always, stay safe and stay aware. And remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on It's Wild Out Here.